So, the very symbolic center of Hameln, the middle border stone of the city. And walking the borders is an important bit of business. And like everything we do in the Middle Ages, it's done at a certain time of the year, and that certain time of the year is dictated by the sun. And so, at the equinox in September, when the day is exactly the same length as the night, the gray eminences of Hameln meet out here on the mountain at the gallows that were about 350 meters down that way on a mountain that was about 1.5 meters high. And they made a lot of decisions, and they sent the youth of Hameln out and the men who were old enough to fight to check the borders of Hameln. There are like 75 kilometers of border around Hameln. Hameln is a Hanseatic city. Hameln is an authority unto itself, and the militia is to go out and check the borders. But of course, that's a lot of work to do, even in September. And so they're not really enthusiastic. A little bit like you guys. And we needed to motivate them, to get them going, right? And so the wise men of Hameln, the gray eminences, they said, if you go out and check the borders, when you get out there, there's a big dinner and free beer. And suddenly everybody was happy, and they went out and checked the borders and had their free beer, and it was a great fun. Yeah? And this party, this thing has been going on for years, but it's moved now to the last Saturday in September. And the youth that used to do the tour is almost, there they go again. I told you they do it. And the youth of those days has gotten quite a bit older, and we're wondering that they're not going with Zimmers out around the borders. But the big change is now there is alcohol from the very beginning. Hey. And so they're even better motivated than they used to be. When they come back from the border, normally by then they're almost crawling, then and toddling back and forth, and then they get back here in the afternoon. They come back and they touch the center stone, and they say the famous phrase, this is your chance. Yeah, you're getting there. Yeah. This is German, my friends. This is Alles Use. Would you like to try that one on? Alles Use. Hey, that's great. That's Low German. That's Plattdeutsch. That's the way the people of Hameln used to speak 200 years ago, as I say, and it means alles unsers. Yeah, it belongs to us. Alles Use. And when they cheer, the famous cheer that you say 3 times is hip hip horrido, hip hip horrido. I don't know if that means anything, but it sounds like fun when a lot of people say it all at once. You can try later when nobody's looking. Okay. Dear friends, and here, the very center of Hameln is where we do our Pied Piper play on Sundays. And when you're here on Sundays, there are 80 actors on the stage, 30 rats, the evil mayor, just the way you might expect. Out there, you don't see any cobblestones anymore, but a sea of heads, and 3,000 or 5,000 people are looking, depending upon the weather. And that's been going on now for over 60 years. For over 20 years, we've been doing a musical on Wednesdays, 2 shows a week, almost 20 weeks a year. You would think that would be enough rats for the people of Hameln, but no, the people of Hameln need their daily rat. You're not surprised? And they get their daily rat up here in the form of 37 bells that play music 5 times a day. And in the afternoon, the doors open, and the piper comes out and chases the rats and children around just the way you might expect. And you'll have to expect it, because the next time the figures work is at 1 p.m. if you're still in Hameln. The times are in your lovely little pamphlet on page 14. And on any given day that God allows to exist, this machine is working, and unless, of course, it's not working. And it's been that way since 1964. So a lovely old piece of machinery. If you could find an automobile from 1964 that's still running and park adjacent to it, then we'd have the right picture, I guess. Dear friends, the bells are hanging on the side of the Hochzeitshaus, a festival hall for high times. And the people of Hameln hang on their Hochzeitshaus as well. And when they're hanging around here. And when they're doing festivals in the city, it's always right here. The people are emotionally attached to their Hochzeitshaus. And perhaps I can explain to you why. Come around the corner.